So it has been some time since Redragon sent me this pair of headphones. I've been using it for almost half a year and I use it almost every day, especially when I'm on the computer. It is something that has become a daily routine when it comes to me using my computer, and I can finally give you my full synopsis on it. So this is the Redragon H848 or the Ire Pro. I'm just gonna call it the Ire Pro because saying that number can get really annoying. I don't know why, it gives me a tongue twister to say it, but this is the Ire Pro. And for $40, you're getting a lot of headphone in here, but there's also a lot of sacrifices and compromises that comes with using this headphone. So let's get into it. Let me tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, all that other good nonsense stuff. Let's get into it. So, the Redragon Ire Pro is a wireless gaming headset with Redragon's reliable connectivity modes. It has wired via USB-C, 2.4 gigahertz with a dongle, and it also has Bluetooth. Now, really quick, I have to say that I do not like the dongle. It's a bit bulky, and this blue LED is a bit much. If you have the dongle behind the PC or out of sight, it definitely won't be a problem. But when the headset is off, it's always blinking, indicating that it is searching for the headset, and disconnecting it every time can be annoying. So keep that in mind. Now it has a power button, volume controls, and it also has a mute button. It has a detachable mic, which is, for this price point, a really good feature. Let's talk about the build quality real quick because this feels very cheap. Now, I understand that the intention of this headset is meant to be very super lightweight, and we'll get to that in one moment, but it does feel cheap. It's plastic all around. Its foam is very obviously lightweight, but it's very squishy. Like you can just, put a lot of pressure in it and it just goes in right away. And it does feel cheap and it does rattle a lot. Listen to this. It's very cheap. Very lightweight plastic all around. I think that's all there is to say about it, and it just does not feel premium at all. I understand that you're not paying a lot of money for this particular headset, but I do wish it felt a little more premium. Now, the benefit is that it does stay true to its advertisement of being super lightweight, because when it's on your head, it feels like there's barely anything on it. There's not a lot of pressure on your head when it comes to this. And I'm a pretty big guy and I got a pretty big head. And the fact that it's holding it very well and the fact that I don't really feel a lot of pressure on it, I think is a really good thing. It's very lightweight. The cushioning on the ear cups is very nice. It doesn't really push it in as much as you would think. The only thing that I'm not really a big fan of is the top part right here, because even though it is soft and you can tell that like I'm squeezing it just a little bit here, it reaches that center part, which is a little bit more durable and more hard, really fast. Now, if you're adjusting it a lot, you might find it to be very annoying, but once you just have it on and just continue doing what you're doing on your computer, you probably won't feel it at all, which is great. And the way you adjust this headphone, obviously, is just like sliding it down and sliding it back up. Doesn't feel very smooth. It feels a little bit kind of like, I don't know, rough. You don't really adjust it that much. Like you really don't want to do that a lot, because I feel like over time, I feel like it's gonna like snap off or break or something. But at least you know how to do it, and it's not that bad once you have it in place. So I just wanted to put that out there for a lot of people when it comes to just the overall use of these headphones. But like I said, it's very lightweight. You don't feel it on your head a lot, and it's really great for long periods of use. If you're like having long gaming sessions or you're just being in your computer for a long time, it does feel very good. Now, using the headset is an overall good time. I was surprised at how well it sounds considering how light it is. You get some bass, but not a lot, and the sound profile is balanced well. Now, maxing the volume up, you will get a little bit of distortion, and you might lose your game sense in some games if you're cranking it to the max. But anywhere between 50 to even a max of 75% volume, and it's really good. Now, I didn't realize it till late, but there is a 7.1 surround sound option if you press and hold the mute button. It significantly changes the sound profile, but for certain games, it can definitely benefit you. Personally, I prefer to have it off though, but it's still a great feature to have at such a low price point. All right, before we get to the conclusion, I kind of wanted to point out something very specific about this headset that personally bothers me. So there is a feature when it comes to cranking up the volume of this headset. It will give you a little chime indicating that you've already reached 100% max volume on this headset. The problem is it is an old iPhone chime or like an Apple chime that when you used to get text messages back on your phone back in the day. And when I was first using it, I thought that my phone was going off and I thought it was like, huh, that's weird. And then I kept cranking the volume, not realizing that it hit its max and it kept playing that chime. Now that's a personal problem of mine. That's kind of stupid of me to kind of realize that it wasn't my phone, but I want you guys to listen to it and understand that when you have a lightweight headset on your head and you hear that chime, it's kind of natural for you to look at your phone thinking that you might have a message. Now listen to this. I'm gonna put it here on my mic so you can kind of listen to it. It sounds annoying, right? Like, is it just me or is that a weird thing for these headphones to have? I'm gonna do it again. I don't know if the mic picked that up the way it's supposed to, but when I kept cranking the volume to the max, it kind of blocks whatever you're listening to and then plays that chime. So it does become a little bit frustrating. If you're playing in a game, you want to adjust the volume and then you realize you cranked it to the max by mistake or whatever it may be, and then you hear that chime, blocks it off for like half a second, which might not be much, but it does become a little bit annoying over time. Now, if anybody's going to be using it to 100%, that's a whole nother problem. You guys can judge my ears for that if you want to, but I kind of wanted to put that out there. I haven't found a way to disable it or change the chime whatsoever. So just understand that at least for what I know, that is the default chime setting, and there doesn't seem any way to get rid of that. So with that, let's go to the conclusion. All right, guys, and that was my take on the Ire Pro by the Redragon. Like I said, for $40, you are getting some really good features and some really good performance at the sacrifice of some build quality when it comes to this headset. But like I said, you're getting this for roughly $40, if not less. And if you're getting it, you kind of have to know what you're paying for it. That's usually the case with a lot of budget-oriented items, but I feel like there's a little bit more good than there is bad, and I feel like the overall compromise is well worth the investment when it comes to these headphones. Like I said, I have a personal problem with that weird chime that this gives you when you're cranking up the volume to the max. I don't know if anybody that has this headset has that same issue or annoyance when it comes to that chime. That's a personal problem for me. I'll take that. I just wanted to put it out there if people didn't realize what that was when they actually get it and crank it up and they hear that weird chime. But it really bothers me, and there has to be some way for me to disable it, and I'll figure that out on my own time. But like I said, overall, really great pair of headphones. I want to thank Redragon so much for sending this out to me, and I do have it in the link below with my coupon code if you guys want to save some money on this headphone or any other Redragon product. So thank you guys all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit like, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys all again, and we'll see you all in the next one.